Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. Today we are asking, what is the next step that you need to do to move this relationship forwards? Now this could be an intimate relationship, it could be a business relationship or a friendship. We're asking about a relationship and we'll see what the cards show us today. It could be, if it is, it could be a brand new relationship. It could be someone that you would like to talk to, but you haven't yet decided to. It could be at any age or stage of a relationship, really. It could be someone you have been together with for a long time, but you want to move something forwards within the relationship. So it's kind of open, at the same time it's specific, and we'll be asking for as much information as we can gain, and I will kind of try and look at it from all aspects of different elements of relationship, but we will go with the flow and see what we are shown. I am seeing this for pile 1, your first card, and this for pile 2, and actually I'm seeing this one for pile 3. So we are drawing 3 cards together, and I will draw a rune and a charm as well. Now pile 1, oh wow, look at this. You have embraced this magical moment. So this is for pile 1. I'll read it when we get to the reading. I'll read you the additional wording. Pile 2, don't settle for less. And this is your card, pile 2. And pile 3, we have embrace your life's purpose. So this is pile 3. Okay, let's do the runes and the charms. If you know which of these readings is speaking to you, which of these cards, the timestamps are in the description box below and also in a pinned comment, so you can go straight to them if you wish to. Okay, the rune for pile 1, we have the rune of the spiritual warrior. The rune for pile 2, we have the rune of strength. And the rune for pile 3, we have the rune of defense, Awaz. Okay, now let's draw some charms as well, if you like to see those too. Now we have, for pile 1, we have an owl. Very beautiful it is. Okay, pile 2, we have the yin-yang symbol. And then for pile 3, we have a little monkey. Okay, so that's pile 3. Beautiful souls, welcome all of you. Thank you for being here. It's an absolute joy to read for you. So yeah, we are asking, what is the next step that you need to take to move this relationship forwards? Any relationship, any age or stage of relationship. If you already know which of these are speaking to you, then the timestamps are there. If there is more than one relationship in your world, like a working one or an intimate one, and you're interested in finding out more about both, then I would try and focus on one at a time. Just give it your full focus and see which of the cards, the runes, the charms you are drawn to. Beautiful souls, I'll leave the video running for just a few moments longer to give you a little bit more time if you need it, and I will see you in the readings. Hey, pile 1. I sort of want to say, what can I say? I mean, this is amazing. Embrace this magical moment. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. Now, I feel like this is just saying, whatever this relationship is for you, whether it is money, working relationship, we do have a coin here, whether it is a personal relationship, a friendship, this for me is suggesting that you should just go for it. Literally go for it. But we will of course draw a ton more cards for you. With this gold coin, I feel a bit like this relationship is a lottery. It's like the lottery win of relationships, whatever it is for you. So it could be personal, however it is. The reason I say really go for it is not just this card, but also the rune of the spiritual warrior, Taurus. Taurus is really decisive. It has a really decisive energy. It really encourages you to cut to the chase, to say how it is. You know, if you're hesitant about voicing something to someone, I would cut to the chase and voice it. Now we have a little owl here. Owl see in the dark. What is this about? Let's draw cards. I'm curious about what this owl is telling us. I mean, of course they do. They see in the dark. They fly in the dark. They have extraordinary vision. I wonder whether this is something or someone you have your sights on. Or there's something connected to this person you have your sights on. If it's an existing relationship, perhaps you're really wanting it to move forwards. I sort of want to say banish any doubt and kind of everything here is saying go for it. But let's draw some tarot cards, see what we're shown. May we inquire, please. Spirit, may we ask for information for pile 1 about this particular connection, this relationship. And what is the next step to move this forwards, please? Your cards are sliding out today. I do feel there's that one more, 2 more, I think. Yes, these cards really are very lively. Very, very lively. I do have additional oracle cards to draw, but I'm actually going to look at your tarot cards first today. Okay, so you have the 9 of Cups with the key. You hold the key. You hold the key to this. How interesting. It's like a ladder. Can you see the clouds? Perhaps I'll put all the cards out first. But can you see there is a ladder coming up to these cups? A ladder of clouds. I think this is a dream. Actually, a real dream come true. You hold the key, and yet I feel like you're hesitant. Look at you sitting beneath. You've got the key, but you're not necessarily taking action. We have the Star card. Okay, we have the Moon. Wow, look at this. We have the Star card and the Moon. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Then we have the King of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Swords. So you've got a 9 of Cups and a 9 of Swords. How interesting. I actually am having trouble seeing this number here. I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I thought it was 10. You have the 10 of Pentacles. I have my glasses on, but I think because the light is a little bit low in here, I'm doing this reading in the early evening, and of course here in the UK it gets dark very early at the moment. What do we have in your cards? I'm going to just draw a couple of oracle cards for you as well. Okay. 1. Spirit, may we have guidance and information about this connection, please. May we have guidance and information about this connection, please. What What can pile one do, or what should pile one do to be moving something forwards? That's your first card here. And actually, I'm going to shuffle again. I think you've got 3 from this pack. Okay. Let's have a look and see what we have here as well. So you have the crystal ball. How interesting. Do you know, I was really drawn to my crystal ball for these readings today. How interesting. You have a crystal ball, you have the facade, and you have the tree of life, the upper world, and the vision quest. Okay, now let me see, how can I organize your cards so we can see everything? I'm going to put these over here. Vision quest, upper world, tree of life. Let's move these over here first. Let's move these along. I reckon we can get all these cards in for you. Yeah, I think so. The facade and the crystal ball. Okay. You're feeling like this just could be too good to be true. That's what I'm really seeing here. You've really got your sights on someone. Now, whatever this is for you, a business relationship or a personal one, you really have your sights on someone, and I think that you kind of you kind of believe that this is the real deal. But you are so torn. You are so torn between the vision of the future that you desire and your fears that this might not be real. There's a fear that this is a facade. Is this person, this circumstance, whatever the relationship means for you, is it as amazing as you think it will be? There's an anxiety, or this is what I'm seeing. On the one hand, you're like, oh well, this just could not be better. Do you know, I'm just going to bring these cards bang in here. I have to put them somewhere different. There's another card to come here, I think, from another pack. So let's just leave these here. Yeah. And I'm seeing you literally, you're looking to the future. You're imagining, this is loaded with hope and optimism and the future that you want to create. And then you kind of do this deep dive into your emotions and you think, yeah, but what if it isn't? What if this isn't right? What if this could be a mistake? Or what I'm seeing is not quite what I'm seeing. We have the facade, and also, can you see in this moon card, half of the fish is below the water. You're really struggling to see clearly. It's like, I think your gut feeling is telling you that this could be everything you have dreamed of. And yet you are loaded with sort of self-doubt. I think you're swinging, you're elated with the potential of this. The vision quest, the upper world, you literally are elated with this. I'll talk about these cards in a minute because these are giving us very clear guidance, actually. You're visioning in the future, but there is some part of you that is so full of, oh, it's all going to go wrong. This person won't be who I thought they would be. Or even also some of you, it's like you're thinking, I'm not good enough. But you know what? Yeah, I think you have this person on a bit of a pedestal. Look at this Nine of Cups here, and then the King of Pentacles below, sitting on a throne. Do you know what's really interesting? I think that this person, that I'm kind of at the moment seeing, I'm focusing on perhaps an intimate relationship, but this could also be a job opportunity, like someone you want to work with, and you hold them in such high esteem. You hold them, you've put them on a pedestal, you think that they are just amazing, and you're kind of like, they'd never want to work with me. Why would they want to work with little old me? You know, why would they, when they could have anyone, why would they, when they could have the world, why would they want to work with me? And you're printing this picture on your mind, And it's connected to the fact that, on the one hand, and I think you'd like to look into a crystal ball and see the answer, because you're really struggling to get through the facade. Now, this is a weeping willow tree. So I am seeing that some of you have experienced a loss in the past, or a job, either a job opportunity that didn't work out, or a friendship that didn't come through, or an intimate relationship that ended. And so there is that element of, gosh, what if it all goes wrong? There's a lot of what ifing going on in your reading. A lot of, I think, giving yourself a really hard time. The irony here is, I actually think that you both probably are thinking of one another in the same sort of way. In a way, you've got this person on a pedestal, but I think they probably have you on a pedestal too. So whether this is a working alliance and you're thinking, oh, I could never approach them, they wouldn't want to work with me, or I couldn't approach them, I think they're feeling the same. I think they are also questioning, you know, oh, this person's amazing, but would they really want to be with me? We've got these, on the moon, we have two kind of masks here. I think both parties are fearful of this not working out, and yet both parties are longing for it to happen. If this is love, I mean, the same principle applies. It's really, really clear. The reason we have the owl here is because you're being asked to see clearly. Spirit is saying to you, come on, take a good look at this. Remove the facade, remove the masks, remove these perceptions. You're clinging to old ways of thinking, and yet this could be so full of abundance. 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Whether this is love or otherwise, I think this has massive potential, and I think it's actually very real and very solid because of the Pentacles that we have here. You know, when such big cards show up, here, let's just place these to one side for a moment, but when such big cards show up in this suit, I feel they're sort of saying, look, this can be real, this can be manifest, you can make this real in earthy terms. And your primary card says you are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. It's very interesting that it is the card number 11, but I'm really seeing this as a 2. You're being asked to take some quite decisive action, really. Part of the action is to sort of put this stuff out of your head. Get out of your own way. Unlock the door. You know, there is a beautiful ladder into the clouds here. Remove those masks. Ditch the facade. I think this is past stuff here. Look into the crystal ball and focus on what can be rather than what you imagine might go wrong. Because we have the vision quest here. We have the upper world. We have the tree of life. These cards are really saying, look, the vision that you are visioning in is very real. Yes, we have the vision quest, the picture that you are perceiving. It's guided. This is a relationship of higher connection, higher value. Can you see, even in your first card, if I move our beautiful owl, can you see the way the light is streaming down from the above worlds? This is something you've been searching for. And can you see the vision quest? She looks up. The King of Pentacles is looking up. The Star card is looking up. All of these cards are indicating this is a sort of a look up rather than down, as in look at the higher vision rather than the sort of the deeper emotions that connect to the past, that are about fears that come from the past rather than the present. What I am going to do is draw more cards to ask how this proceeds, to ask, I was going to say what you can do. I think what you can do is very clear. We're being given ever such clear guidance, which is that you kind of need to see this clearly for what it is, see yourself clearly. I do think it is interesting because I think both parties are fearful. of perhaps trusting someone. Both parties have had difficulties. Both parties have met people who wear masks, who are not genuine. This is a lovely, lovely reading, although it's loaded with self-doubt. But the reading itself is saying, look, you are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. Let this happen. Take an action. Be decisive about this. Let's draw a card for guidance. May we have some guidance, please, for pile 1, please. Spirit, may we have guidance for pile 1. I saw that card coming through. Oh wow, one of my most beautiful favourite places, Glastonbury Tor. How gorgeous. Okay, I did some readings actually at Glastonbury Tor a little while ago. They are in, I think they're in the Timeless Readings playlist, should that interest you. So there could be an additional reading for you. Look at the way the mist is swirling around. This says, the path isn't always a straight line. You come back to things that you thought you understood and see deeper truths. Right, okay, I understand exactly what this is saying. I will repeat that. The path isn't always a straight line. You come back to things that you thought you understood and see deeper truths. Whatever this relationship and connection is, I think because of the strength of the desire, it's reopened perhaps insecurities that you didn't know you had, or that you thought you had put to rest. Things that you didn't think would bother you are now worrying you. You're going through that kind of dark night of the soul stuff. But you know, with Glastonbury Tor, there's more than one way to the top. But I am seeing a direct route being shown to you. This is the pathway, I think. That direct route. Look at the arrow. It's like a sign, a symbol pointing the way for you. There is a need to take action here. Let's draw some more guidance. May we have another card for guidance, please? And we have, oh, look at this. This looks like a knight returning to his or her, I'm going to say his or her castle. Let's be non-gender specific. Do you know what this is telling me? I will read the back in a moment, but just the imagery here. This is like coming home. That's what this feels like, coming home. It says here, honour your soul path and step into your authentic self. Let your intuition inform your pathway. I think this is like coming home. I think you might have actually known this person maybe in a previous lifetime. Yeah, this is a relationship that is really worth pursuing. It really, really is. It's like a homecoming. Absolutely a homecoming. I will ask about if there's anything we can be shown about how to take action for you. Let's use a different tarot pack and ask whether there's any information for you. Okay, may we ask please for pile 1 for any clear, direct guidance as to what they should actually do in terms of taking action. I'm seeing these 2 and also those 2 on the base of the pack as well. What do we have here? We have the Magician. You can do this. There's so much confidence coming through here. Oh my goodness me. What beautiful cards. This is just, I think just, let me reread this and then I'll show you these cards because it's follow your intuition. Honour your soul path and step into your authentic self. Let your intuition inform your pathway. Okay, you'll know intuitively what to do. At the moment, the problem is you're not listening to your intuition. I think you're being overridden by those fears and that self-doubt. You will know what to do. It's like the pathway will be clear to you. If you go to the tour, you know, there is a very direct pathway. There's more than one way to approach this, but there is a direct pathway and it's very clear. You have the card of the Magician. You have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. I mean, whenever you get 2 of the same suit coming up, in a reading, the King and the Queen, there is an indication of partnership, whether that is a working alliance, a friendship, or an intimate partnership, or an existing relationship that needs to move forwards, or that you want to move forwards. The Six of Wands is the card of success and victory. It really, really is. Everything in your reading is saying, look, just trust your intuition. Take it step by step, but just trust your intuition and hold that vision of, it's like that highest vision of everything. If you were to look in your crystal ball, or indeed into mine, and what you see as that absolute miracle of a connection that you're seeking, and then step by step trust your intuition. Take it step by step, follow it through. You'll be shown, I feel, the way. I think it's actually going to be relatively easy to move this forwards. This magician always reminds me of, like, it's like Cinderella's fairy godmother. It's kind of like, you know, if you could wave your magic wand, what would happen? Well, just go ahead and wave it. Wave your magic wand and then intuitively respond. It's just, everything here is just saying, which is how we started, just go for it. Don't hold back. Go for it. Be clear. Be decisive. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't cling to any element of self-doubt or facade. I honestly do think that both parties in this connection have experienced people who were not entirely honest before, with these masks here in the Moon card. And as such, you know, this is, it really is like a match made in heaven, really. I mean, it really, really is. Pile one, there isn't a specific thing that says write to this person or email this person or contact this person. I think this is honestly just be your authentic self. And go for it. Shed the fears. Get rid of the self-doubt. Don't put up any form of facade. Don't try and be anything that you're not. Just be you. Because I just think this is happening if you want it to. You know, allow your wishes to be fulfilled. We could not have a more perfect or a more clear reading in terms of this is so right for you. With the Tree of Life, this is, I mean, look at the way this tree is, that there are two trunks combined. This is a relationship of longevity, of connection. Look at the ivy in the tree. Ivy climbs, but ivy, I would say, clings. The joy of this ivy, what I'm seeing here is, if we think about ivy in relationship, it talks about connection, and it talks about a divine connection. Do you know, this is so interesting that at the time of doing this reading, irrespective of when you guys watch it, because they are timeless, we are in the moon time of Walks Tall Woman. This is if any of you follow Jamie Sam, the work of Jamie Sam's, absolutely amazing writer. She speaks about, or she has written about, what she calls the clan moon mothers. The tribal moon of this time is Walks Tall Woman, and we are also governed by the tree law of ivy. Now is the moment. Ivy is amazing. You know, if it's out of balance, it can bring a tree down, but in balance, it creates the most flourishing and amazing microclimate, the most incredible environment where so much can grow. And this is two trunks entwined. Whatever this connection, it really does feel as though it is divinely guided, coming in from above. The timing could not be more perfect. I mean, what a magical place Glastonbury Tor is. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Beautiful souls. I'm stunned. Look in your crystal ball or mine. Dream in exactly what you desire, and then allow your wishes to be fulfilled. Intuitively feel your way through this, but just be yourself. That's all you need to do. Remove the mask, be yourself, and recognize that this person, friend, business partner, whatever this is, colleague, lover, potential new partnership, your existing relationship, which perhaps, you know, has been on rocky ground. You're both feeling the same way. You're both fearful of it not working. Don't cling to the past. This is time to remove all those masks. You don't have to present yourself as anything you are not. See through the veil, see through the fears, and embrace what you desire with great clarity of intent. And my beautiful souls, I'm seeing it happening. I really, really am. I'm just seeing it happening. There's nothing more to say. This is your reading, pile one. Keep us posted. It's a beautiful reading, and we're talking about a significantly enduring, long-term, very real connection. It's like it's time to make it real. Stop excuse me, a little burp coming out there. Stop procrastinating. Beautiful souls, tons and tons of love, pile one. I feel very warm and fuzzy inside, and it's lovely. I'm embracing your magical moment because I'm just sitting in your energy, and it's gorgeous. Whatever this is, ditch all the fears and move this forwards. For goodness sake, the Spirit's saying, go on. Your team is saying, go on. This is just magical. It really is. It's magical. This is a magical moment. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world. Do check out my other readings, my Timeless Readings playlist, or where you will find that reading that I did on the base of, just over there actually, at the base of Glastonbury Tor. If you face it, I was just right at the bottom here. A little quiet space. And yeah, you're right. I'm a bit blown away by your reading. I'm going to become a bit speechless. But I just think this is really... It does feel like such a magical moment that probably neither of you, you know, if it's a friendship, you've, you know, been longing to meet somebody who would really, you know, be genuine, honest. And I think this is a situation. I think they feel the same. If it's a working alliance, there's been something that's been difficult before, or lack of trust has been around. And here we have sort of the everything, if I'm honest. It's quite stunning. Beautiful souls. Yes, thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing. I'm forgetting all my kind of things to let you know at the end of the reading, but I've put all the links in the description box. Thank you so much, all of you who are purchasing my diary and my journal, the Moon Diary. If you are interested in the journal, some people have asked me what the difference is, and I will be doing some webinars that show you the difference and show you how to use them. They're tools for manifesting. But the diary is a day-to-day diary. The journal does actually have each of the moon months. So I do touch base with the tribal meanings and particularly the Celtic tree lore and the kind of things that I found that showed up in my life. I mean, the diving deep into manifesting with the moon has been phenomenally interesting for me and very life-changing actually. So but that's where the journal is different. If you are passionate about journaling, then that's one to get if you like journaling. But it really does focus on the new moons, the full moons, the quarter moons, and also tells you about that tribal, that deeper layer of what I call soul growth and tribal and Celtic information that of course is very ancient knowledge and very ancient wisdom. So thank you all for those of you who are buying those. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for all of you who are giving back through the super thanks. And thank you just everybody for just being a part of the Moon Magic community here. And I am overwhelmed by the wonderfulness of your reading. Tons of love, pile one. Hey, pile two, welcome to your reading. You have the rune of strength. This is Aries. And I always feel when this rune shows up that the universe has your back. I feel that's a really important message to tell you. Now, this card is saying, don't settle for less. You are a child of the divine and you deserve to have your dreams come true. Don't give up. Now, she looks joyous. It's like she's got a treasure trove here. And you have yin yang here. Now, whatever the relationship is, I feel it needs to be in balance. You maybe are needing to have the strength to hold out for what you want. Now we're asking, what is the next step to move this relationship forwards? Curiously, I feel like you're being asked to kind of hold firm boundaries, actually, around what is right for you, what you want. That appears to be what's coming through first. If you're negotiating something, like if this is a working relationship for you, could be an intimate relationship, but if it's a working relationship with this treasure chest, maybe you need to hold out for what you're worth if you are negotiating a raise or something like that. If you are in an intimate relationship, I feel it's more to do with boundaries and establishing a balance, you know, an equality of giving and receiving. Let's draw more cards for you. Let's draw your tarot cards first and see what we're shown. May we please kindly have information, okay? Your cards are definitely flying out. I'm seeing this, and I saw that one on the top and this one too. Let's now, and this one too. Let's then shuffle again. May we please have information for my beautiful pile twos. That is coming through and that is coming through. Yeah, I thought there's more. Loads of cards coming through for you, my beautiful pile two. Now, the first card we have is the Knight of Wands. So definitely there is something to be moved forwards here, I think. This is a fast track energy, and she looks ecstatic. I mean, she looks over the moon at something. It's like she's found her treasure. So I do see, right, and then we have the two. I was going to say, I do see something moving forwards. What I also am seeing here, we have the Two of Swords. Okay. We then have the Four of Swords. Okay. We have the Hermit. We then have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. We have the Tower. We have the Page of Swords. Okay. Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles as well. Okay, so let us look at this. What do we have here for you, pile two? Firstly, there is a reassurance to you that this relationship will move forward. At the moment, it feels like it's at a bit of a stalemate. And I think you could be tempted to try and fix it too quickly or to compromise yourself. Hence this don't settle for less. You are a child of the divine and you deserve to have your dreams come true. Don't give up. You could be in danger of compromising yourself because you want this to happen. You're being reassured that this will happen, I think, actually here. But it needs to happen differently. Okay, there's a pattern of maybe not being in an equal relationship, giving more than you receive here. Now, the universe has your back here. Remember this. And I feel that you can get the treasure because we have the Queen of Pentacles here. And I want to say, look at you sitting here on your throne. And we have the Queen of Wands as well. I think you're going to have to hold your ground over something here. So if this is a business negotiation, you do need to stand quite firm. I mean, this Queen of Wands, she's pretty firm, isn't she? Or Queen of Swords, rather. Queen of Swords. But she's pretty firm, isn't she? She's really holding strong for what she wants. And the Queen of Pentacles is looking really cool about this. This is a question of really, really standing up for what is right for you. I think that I think you're under a bit of pressure, actually. Okay. I think you are under some sort of pressure with the Knight of Wands coming in this way. I think in a way, I almost want to say sleep on it. Don't act too quickly. Sleep on it. really get yourself centered in the Hermit energy. The Wheel of Fortune is going to turn in your favor, okay? The pressure will give. The pressure will give. It feels like you're at a stalemate here at the moment. Now, whatever this is, whatever the stalemate is, I mean, she is joyous. And so is the Queen of Pentacles. This is such an interesting reading. I'll draw some oracle cards for you. I sort of feel with the Page energy. you know when somebody's all, I want to say all sort of like bluff and no trousers, if you know, as the saying goes. I think there is somebody who's trying to put you under pressure because you've got a lot to give. You know, don't settle for less. You've got an awful lot to give. And I think somebody is sort of putting you under pressure. And I think they are expecting you to back down. Okay. And your reading is suggesting that you should not. Don't give up. Don't settle for less. I think they're expecting you to do what they are used to people doing, which is they apply a little bit of pressure, or they say something and then people respond and rush to fix it for them or rush to do it for them. And your reading is really suggesting that you hold out, you have the strength. You know, sleep on it. If somebody's putting you under pressure, you say, oh, actually, I'm so sorry, but you know, I need to think on this one. You know, give yourself some time. In my library, in the A to Z of Emotional Health library, if you're new to my channel, I was a full-time counsellor, a psychotherapist for a long time. That was my mainstream profession. I have a library full of resources. We are having some trouble with the website, actually, on the phone bit. The actual PC bit is working beautifully, but the phone pages, for some reason, aren't working. So my apologies if you try to access it on the phone and you have any difficulties. But on the actual web pages, they are working. And if you're on a PC or a laptop or something, or a tablet, I assume is probably working as well. But there is a section in the library called non-defensive communication, and it's like a little mini series of how to be assertive with people who put you under pressure, and you might find that helpful, actually, to be honest with you. Now, whether this is to do with intimacy, or whether it is a business deal, or, you know, a work situation, or even a friendship or a family member, at the moment it feels like a stalemate. You really are being asked to, you know, don't give up. Don't settle for less. I think there's an expectation that you'll give up. You know, maybe this is somebody who's a bit used to throwing their toys out the pram a little bit, I think, maybe. And so they're just quite used to, they're used to sort of things probably going their way with the Knight of Wands and Page of Swords energy. But I feel like they also actually know, I think ultimately they know your worth. I think they really are trying to, it's not, I don't feel it's like pulling the wool over your eyes. It doesn't feel like there's a real, there's no, I don't feel any animosity as such. I mean, I'm not saying that there couldn't be for some of you, but it doesn't feel like that. Otherwise, you wouldn't want to take the relationship forwards at all. And that's what this reading is about. What is the next step to move this relationship forwards? And I don't feel that there is an underlying antagonism here. I just think this is someone who is inexperienced, okay? They perhaps haven't got that much skill in knowing how to move something forwards. With the Page energy, they could be a little bit prone to slightly childish behaviour, you know, throwing their toys out the pram. But actually, I think they're going to rise to the challenge if you are able to hold your ground. I think the wheel will turn in your favour. Don't give up. You deserve to have your dreams come true, and the universe has your back. Let's draw some oracle cards and see what else we're shown here. Spirit, may we ask for additional information about this connection, please? How to move this forwards. It's definitely a hold your ground. I feel we have this and this. Actually, that is the one I'm seeing. those. Okay, we'll draw some more for guidance and advice in a moment. Okay, we have the ghost dance, and we have the gatherer. Right, okay. I will say that maybe when I said this person is throwing their toys out the pram, they may even have literally been ghosting you. And part of what they're doing is what I would call that reverse psychology game playing, where it's almost like if I step away, you know, he or she, whoever you are, will come running. Well, actually, no. You know, I think they're used to this. We have the bridge. Okay, you have a choice here, really. We have, yes, you have the bridge, you have the threshold, and you have the safe place. Okay. How interesting. Yeah, they may even have ghosted you. With the bridge and the threshold and the safe place, I'm going to draw a couple more clarifying cards around this actually before I really say what I think I'm hearing. I do feel that this person potentially can cross the bridge. They can cross the threshold, but they need to do it because they are meeting you on your terms, actually, because I think you are presenting equal terms. So if you're going to let them in, they need to, you know, if you're going to open the door to them, they've got to cross that bridge, basically. They've got to prove themselves with the gatherer. They have to prove themselves. They've got to prove their worth. That's what I'm seeing here. Let's just draw a couple more cards, or at least another, for some more guidance and information. Okay, there's your first card. Look at this. We have a beautiful stone with, oh, look at this magic here, with these magic mushrooms here. These are fly agaric mushrooms, and they are hallucinogenic, which is interesting, although they're also poisonous. We have these beautiful spirals and symbols. Honor the magic of the land, be nature's friend and ally, assist in recreating Mother Earth's original garden of pure wonder. I know exactly what this card is saying. Our beautiful Mother Earth has not been respected by humanity globally. I'm not suggesting that is you personally, but actually there is a relationship between the consciousness of humanity and the consciousness and, let's say, the consciousness and well-being of humanity and the consciousness and well-being of the earth. As long as we, as a species, we just take without respect and without asking, we are diminishing the provider of everything that we have. And I think this is literally saying, if you honour yourself, you honour the earth. It's like this, there's a bigger picture here. We need to move away from behaviour where people have no integrity, where they think they can throw their toys out of the pram and just get what they want. That's not okay. That kind of energy, that resonance is not going to work. You know, it's time that we as individuals stepped up. And if somebody isn't stepping up, one of the best ways to assist them is actually to not settle for less and say, look, you know, I really like you, or I really want this job promotion, or I'd really like to, you know, be friends with you. But if you're not going to step up, you're not going to resonate with me. I think this is what we're seeing here. Honour the magic of the land. Okay, when you honour yourself, you honour the earth. In a way, it is about taking a stand, having the strength to stand up for what is right for you. We then have a beautiful image here. Let me show that to you. And look, we have beautiful Glastonbury Tor in the distance here. Glastonbury Tor came out in pile 1, actually. Be attuned to the rhythm and cycles of your life and notice the shifts and changes. Peace comes from the sacred union of nature and spirit. Okay. You're being asked not to be swayed, really, here. That's for sure. Look after you. Respect you. I'm seeing you doing fine over here with the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, being resolute. If this is not the right relationship for you, then don't give up, because you will get more. You know, don't be fearful of being alone with the Hermit card. You will get more. What you desire will come to you. This is about not settling for less. And with the individual concerned, whether it's a friendship or a business liaison or an intimate relationship, an existing one or a new one, you're being asked to really stand your ground on this one. Really, it's really clear. And I have to say it how I read it, but you are being asked to stand your ground. And if they cross the bridge, if they prove themselves, if they step up and bring something to the table, the gatherer, then that's fine. Then you might want to let them across your threshold. But if they don't, you know, this, I sort of feel it could almost go either way. But I mean, it may be this is a generic reading, so I think it's going to depend on your individual circumstances. For some of you, I think this really is about seeing whether somebody can step up, almost testing the waters. If they can't, then this is a bit of a dead end for you, because it's not in balance. And you are deserving to have your dreams come true. Let us inquire. I mean, I feel like it could almost, for some of you, go either way. May we ask for additional guidance and information? You have the Queen of Swords again, so this card has shown up twice. You are really being asked to be completely resolute on this one. Be really resolute, because there is something better for you. How interesting. We've got all these cards coming through. Okay. Yes, you have the Ace of Cups. So this is the beginning of a relationship that you love. Okay. We have the Eight of Swords. Yeah. We have the Two of Wands. Let me move this over for a moment. You have the Nine of Swords, and you have the Two of Wands as well. Okay. Right, you are simply being asked to be really resolute. Now, there is an absolute possibility of this turning around. But it does have to be, it's got to be equal. Look at this Two of Wands. You know, both sides of this person look equally strong. This needs to be an equal partnership. I think you're worrying about whether it will be right or not, okay? But you know, with the Eight of Swords, this is really asking you to see this clearly, not to worry about it, not to, I think there's a concern that you're worried that if this doesn't kind of work out, whatever it is, friendship, you know, working alliance, colleague, or an intimate relationship, an existing one or a new one, I think there's almost this fear within you that if this doesn't work out, that it will never happen. It will. There is an equal relationship coming your way. You have the Ace of Cups and you have the Two of Wands. This is really to do with you being fearful about it not working out. Allow yourself to see the truth of your self-worth, beautiful souls. This is what we are being asked here. Allow yourself to really, really see your true value and don't settle for less. Everything is coming through so clearly in this reading. I feel that I want to just draw some cards to almost like have a sneaky peek into the future to see where this is going, irrespective of whether this is someone you remain with or not. They need to cross the bridge. They need to step up. The message is unbelievably clear. May we ask for some more guidance, please? More guidance, please, about a sneaky peek into the future if pile 2 stands their ground on this one. Whatever the outcome with this particular person. Oh, cards are flying out. Okay, I'm going to take that. There it is. Okay, so we have, well, look at that. Sneaky peek into the future. Okay, we have love always supports you and aligns with your true purpose, or aligns you with your true purpose. I feel like your true purpose at the moment is to do with standing your ground. We then have love yourself for the courage you've shown to arrive at your best version today. And then we have access your deep feminine intuition and allow new possibilities to flow. That's beautiful. Okay. I'm going to say to you whether this relationship flourishes or not. You are going to find a union that works, whether it's friendship, business partnership or otherwise. This is about you having the courage to stand your ground because you are worth more. Don't settle for less. You are looking for an equal partnership, whether it is a working alliance or whether it is any kind of relationship, intimate or otherwise. Your reading is really, really clear. Beautiful souls, I'm sorry that you're going through this, having to stand your ground. But everything in your reading is asking you to have the strength and the courage to do so. And this person almost can only step across your threshold if they truly step up. Your reading is unbelievably clear. It really, really is. Be resolute here. I'm sending you the biggest hug, and our sneaky peek into the future is telling us that your courage and strength will be rewarded, and that an amazing union is coming your way, whether it is indeed love or, you know, to do with finding your purpose, which at the moment is about finding the right person to be with in whatever situation you are in. So it may be, well, it's really clear. To move this relationship forwards is about standing your ground and seeing whether the other person is actually worthy of you, whether this is in work or otherwise. Beautiful souls, this is your reading. Tons and tons of love to you. Don't forget to check out my free library if that's valuable or helpful to you. Beautiful souls, what was I going to say? I have done a big moon month video, so if you're interested in the energy of the moon and the way that the moon influences you, I'll be doing webinars as well connected to my diary and my journal. Thank you all of you who have been purchasing them. You know, really, I will be doing webinars to show you how to use them, because the diary and the journal are different. The journal focuses on the kind of deeper soul growth layers and the lessons that come with the sort of tribal information and the ancient wisdom of tree lore that comes with all of the moon months through the year. So they're very different books actually, but both work alongside one another really, really well. So pile 2, I'm sending you all the love in the world. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. If this is resonating with you, I look forward to seeing you for another reading. Beautiful souls, truly I'm sending you the biggest hug, because this doesn't feel as though it's the easiest situation, but you are going to get that equal relationship you deserve. It's so important that you do stand your ground and don't settle for less. Hey pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have the card of Embrace Your Life Purpose. I am guiding you towards your divine life purpose. Whatever makes your heart joyful is what you are meant to be doing. We've got this monkey and we have Awaz, the rune of defense. This speaks of the power to avert something going wrong. It's like noticing ahead of time that something isn't quite right or isn't feeling quite right, and therefore You know, not pushing forwards, trusting if something doesn't feel right that it's not right, and then trusting that when something does feel right, it is right. There's something here about trusting how you're feeling about something. Now we are asking, what is the next step to move this relationship forwards? This rune also counsels patience, perseverance, and it acknowledges the beginnings of something, and sometimes the sort of ups and downs of the beginnings of something. So maybe there is something quite new in a relationship near you or around you, and you're wondering how to move it forwards, or you're trying to establish a new foothold in a relationship. It could even be connected to a working alliance or some aspect of your calling or purpose. But there's this sort of monkey making mischief. This is what's coming through here. Monkeys are quite bold, and they will, if you drive through something like a wildlife park, they say don't open your windows, because they will be in your car and playing with everything. And that's sort of delightful. But that's not what you need if you're trying to focus on your calling. Much better off with a beautiful little kitten. So well, let's draw cards. I'm very curious. There's a really interesting energy around this reading. Like, what are you needing to sort of be aware of, to avert ahead of time? Do you know what's channeling through? I remember listening to a Christiane Northrup talk, and she said, she was talking about booking venues and for the talks that she was giving, like doing a tour. And she said, when you start to make those arrangements, if it's easy from the start, it will be easy all the way through. If it's difficult from the start, it will be difficult all the way through. Whatever hiccups you find at the beginning, that is indicative of something in that relationship and how it might move forwards. I used to find the same in my counselling practice. Sometimes people would really mess around with times, and you know, I could bend over backwards for them, and then they wouldn't show up, having bent over backwards and changed times numerously. So I'm not voicing any judgment in that area, because it's a tricky thing to, I say a tricky thing, it can be a big deal to come forward and ask for help, and a lot of anxiety and nerves around that. But it is really interesting about whether someone is ready to move forwards, and whether something is ready, or whether you're needing to give your attention to yourself. Be aware of exactly that principle. However it starts, it's quite likely to continue. So we have the Five of Pentacles here. I'm drawing your tarot cards first. We then have the Seven of Swords. Okay, we have Temperance. Okay. We have the Devil. Okay. We have the Ace. Oh, this is lovely. We have the Ace of Wands, and then we have the World card as well. Okay. I'm seeing you march towards a relationship. I think it is almost certainly some kind of a business partnership more than a love relationship. We do have these two cups in the Temperance card that always remind me of the Two of Cups, but I think this is most likely a business kind of potential. And if I'm truly honest, your cards really are suggesting this is not ideal. Okay. I'm wondering if it will really be balanced here. Perhaps the payoff won't be particularly in balance for the amount of work that you'll be putting in. You may not really get the results you want. I feel in this instance the Devil is suggesting somebody who has, you know, not ulterior motives, but they have motivations that go above and beyond what would be right for you. Now, there are opportunities around you. You've got the Ace of Wands and you've got the World. But I do actually think there is a connection that perhaps you shouldn't be moving forward. So I'm sorry to voice it, but it feels as though it's not quite right. You may actually find that you have this sort of gut feeling, this kind of Gosh, this is getting a little more sticky already. It's requiring a bit more time than I thought it was going to require. It doesn't feel quite right. There's something here that isn't really quite resonating. Something that's not quite sitting with you. And I think that may be what's drawn you to this reading. If this is not resonating, it may be that this isn't the reading for you. There's a ton of scope in what you're doing. There really is. I think you're at the early stages of looking to collaborate or reach out and engage with someone else. And your reading is suggesting that the focus at the moment should be much more on what makes you happy and doing what you're doing, and not necessarily taking it forward with this connection. I do feel this connection has their own motivations, their own intent, and I'm not convinced that they're looking for an entirely equal deal here. You may even also already be questioning how you can sort of get out of it. You may even be already wondering if this is quite right. How do I move away from this? Let's draw more cards for you and see what else we're shown. Let's have a look at these. Yes, you have the cave and you have the teeth. There is definitely something you're needing to say. And I would suggest going into your cave and taking your time and really thinking about this. There's nothing wrong with what I would call a strategic retreat, taking some time out, acknowledging that you need to focus on something at this moment in time and pressing the pause button, not moving ahead with something, and then seeing what else emerges. Retreating into your cave. Have a voice. It doesn't have to be difficult or confrontational. It can just be a sort of actually a strategic retreat. I feel you're being suggested that moving on and ahead with this is not appropriate at the moment. We have the ancient ones. May we have information for pile 3, please? We'll take both these. We have the ancient ones, you have completion and circle. The circle, absolutely. Yes. You are really being asked to rewrite your destiny, actually, here. There is a genuine turning point. The world, completion. Something coming full circle. You really do have something new to embark upon, a new phase of life. If this is a personal relationship, I genuinely think it's run its course, if I'm honest. If it's a business partnership that's in front of you, I actually do think it's definitely time to back away, come into your cave, think of what you need to say. You are always connected to source, to spirit, to the ancient ones. Everything in your reading is suggesting the end of something rather than moving it forwards. The moving it forwards is actually letting go of it. A completion and a fresh start for you so that you are living in joy and doing what you are meant to be doing. And I don't think what you are meant to be doing involves this connection or this collaboration. And I'm so sorry that it's been that way, but I really do feel that your cards, I have to say what your cards are singing to me, really. And everything in this reading is suggesting something has come to its end, or it needs to come to its end. Retreat into your cave, focus on what makes you happy. There is every support energy available to you to create a new pathway, to fulfill your destiny, to create a new pathway for yourself. And it's sort of really saying, if you try to persevere with this one, I think you'll find that there are greater difficulties further ahead. It's one of those circumstances when, back to what Christiane Northrup said, you know, if it's difficult to start with, it will always be difficult. There is something around this that isn't feeling quite right. And if you persevere with it, I think what you'll find is it ends up not being quite right. It really doesn't. It's not, the indications are present already that it's not quite right for you. I'm afraid that is what we are definitely seeing. I'm going to draw more cards for you. Let's draw some additional clarifying cards to kind of find out about this, you know, the Ace of Wands, your life purpose. She looks so happy. And we have a butterfly of transformation and a beautiful kitten. It's interesting, when people dream of kittens, it often indicates that a birth of some kind, sometimes of a baby. There is something here. I think this could be your baby, as it were, as in your baby, your project. Whatever this is, business or personal, I think this is about trusting your gut feeling now and not taking it any further, because if you take it further, there will be additional problems in the future that come from this. You know, really this is being made very clear. Let's look at these three first. We may draw more. Yes, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Two of Coins. Yes. And we have the Seven of Coins as well. Gosh, what a different energy. This is such a confirmation that there will be other opportunities. Whatever this connection, this relationship is for you, there will most definitely be other opportunities available to you that are going to feel far more joyous, far more expansive, far more creative, support your creativity. I feel this isn't really supporting you. It's needing more, or it has its own agenda, this existing circumstance around you. My beautiful pile 3. There will definitely be other opportunities in the future. May we ask for more connections. This is shown with the circle as well here, I think. We have another card here. I'm seeing this one too, actually. I think, no, that's not feeling right. Yes, 9 of Cups and Strength. You are being asked to persevere with what you are actually doing, with your world, with all the things that make you happy. Persevere with your world, persevere with your projects, persevere with your creativity. Because with the Strength card, perseverance, the ability to recognize that if something is not really working at the beginning or in the early stages of something, it's probably not going to work actually. This is averting difficulty in the future through introspective reflection. You will achieve what you desire. That is absolutely for sure. There will be opportunity for partnership in the future, whether this is business or personal. But right now, the next step to move this relationship forwards, everything in your reading is suggesting actually the step to move it forwards is really to complete it and walk away, to have the strength and the courage to do that, recognizing that the perseverance, it is of course your free will and conscious choice to do whatever you wish. But this is suggesting that if you make some clear choices now, it will avert difficulties further down the road. You know, sometimes we do proceed with something or even remain with something, and then retrospectively we think, gosh, if I'd left a little earlier, it would not have been so challenging. And this is what your reading is saying, pile 3. I am so sorry. Let's draw some additional advice and guidance for you. May we have additional advice and guidance, please? May we have additional advice and guidance, please? Okay, she's seeing this one here and that one there. Okay, how interesting. So let me show you the images first. And look at this, we have a connection of partnership again. And then somebody, cooking in the cauldron. Okay, so we have, do not look for validation in others. Be uniquely you and follow your own path. Okay, that's a real strong validation of steering your own ship at the moment. Reawaken your intuition. Allow your emotions to ebb and flow like the cycle of nature's seasons. This is beautiful. This is really, I think intuitively you do know that something isn't quite right. It's not quite working. It's just not sitting quite well with you. It may not be particularly big in terms of the feeling, it's just a little niggle. For some of you, it might be quite a big niggle. For others, it might be, do you know, I really know this isn't right, but I'm not actually quite sure what to do. This is genuinely a validation of completion, but also an acknowledgement that the right partnership will be coming, the right connection, collaboration, whether this is personal, business, whatever it is for you, it will be coming. Trust your intuition on this one, and don't be guided by what other people are saying, or indeed, excuse me, this particular person is saying. They may be suggesting all kinds of things that feel like they could be good, but I'm not convinced that they actually are. And everything in your reading is suggesting it's time to complete retreat. You can do a strategic withdrawal into your cave, taking time out to focus on your creative endeavors. This is what you need to do right now, and then just continue on your way. Beautiful souls, and what you need is coming to you. It absolutely will come to you. There's no doubt about it. Beautiful pile 3. Thank you so much. If this is resonating with you, do like, share, subscribe. Thank you for being a part of this Moon Magic Tarot channel. It's absolutely awesome to read for you. It really is. And I'm sorry this feels like you're having to do this, but I think it really is about averting a difficulty in the future through trusting your intuition at this sort of relatively early stage, or at this stage of potential development. Beautiful souls, I have uploaded a moon month video with loads of information and all zodiac sign readings in it. So do check those out if you want to know what's happening in the next moon month. I've got bigger readings, extended deep dive readings on Patreon for you as well, if you're interested in checking those out. And also my Manifest with the Moon diary and journal are now live on Amazon, so do check those out if you're interested in manifesting with the moon, and I will be doing webinars about those as well to teach you how to use them. So do check those out. Keep an eye out on the channel for those videos as soon as I upload them. Beautiful souls, tons and tons and tons of love.